So, just because you watch 5 to 30 anime does not mean that you are an anime fan. And I'm gonna explain it to y'all, right? The one thing about being an anime fan, if you are an anime fan, you have to at least watch 100 anime. Yes, I said 100. I said 100, right? Because let's be real, if you watch like 30 anime, you're gonna think everything that you watched was pretty good, right? Until you watch at least 100, that's when you realize, okay, maybe that series was good, but it was better than this series. That series had a little bit, great story, but kind of fell off a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You have more of these thoughts, more of these collections inside your mind, right? Because if once you watch 30, you think everything that you've seen, it's like, yeah, oh, that series is dope. I'm glad I found it until you watch 100. Trust me, man, once you reach 100, you'll see there's a lot more out there, man. A lot more greater stories, like I said. Because the one thing about watching or getting to that journey of watching 100 anime is that there's so much trial and error, right? Maybe you'll find a good series. Maybe that series you thought it was good, maybe it was alright though, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe you really found that great series. That other series has been good ever since you watched, was like number 56 or something like that, right? Maybe number 56 was the best one you ever seen. Or maybe number 77 was better, than number 23, right? You know what I'm saying? So, and one of the best things about watching anime, though, right, is that you can put people onto it, though, right? Once you put someone onto a great series and they finish it and they become a fan of it too, they're gonna ask, okay, what can I watch next, right? And then you can put them on not to just 2 or 3, to a lot more than that, at least like 10 to 20 at times. So that's what I'm saying, though. You ain't no anime fans who you watched at least 100 anime, at best, at least 100. At least 100. And trust me, and a lot of these big cats out here, people who done this for years, who done their homework, they'll be like, man, 100, man, that's light work. They'll be like that sometimes. And honestly, me personally, I'm at like 186. I'm at 186. I've been watching anime since like on some real stuff, like hardcore stuff, since like 2020. I'm at number 186. And I still ain't satisfied though. I'm still hungry to learn more and more about different series and stuff like that. So I think if you're a person out here that's calling themselves an anime fan that's only watched about 5 to 30, you gotta do more homework. You gotta learn more. You gotta learn more about the industry. Learn more about certain things that's going on. Watch more series. And I know a lot of y'all be saying, "Well, I don't have enough time to watch all that. It's impossible. How am I supposed to watch 100?" Well, it's because you watch your One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, and a lot of those long series. Within those time or those episodes, you could be watching damn near 100. And it's easy to watch, to watch 100. It's easy to watch 100 anime. Because movies, 12 episode animes, 20 episode animes. There's so many of them out there. For example, there's 22 Studio Ghibli films. That's 22, right? 22. 20 right there. If you haven't watched neither of them, you got 22 right there for you. You have a bunch of anime movies from the 80s and 90s, right? Bunch of them. You got a bunch of anime from the 90s and 2000s. Most of them is at least like 20 episodes. Most, right? If it ain't mainstream, the most of them will be like maybe 20 episodes at best. If it's past 50, it's kind of long, but ain't too long, right? Trust me on this one. It ain't that dang hard. You just steady watching all these long series. But notice that though, right? A lot of these anime fans, quote unquote anime fans, they claim they're anime fans until you realize they only watch about maybe 4 or 5, right? Because they think they have the right to call themselves anime fans because they watch a long series. And trust me, I watched all your mainstream stuff. I watched all that mainstream stuff, man. 100 episodes, even Fairy Tail, Gintama, all that stuff, man. Would I take my time back from them series? I probably would. Yeah. But at the same time, though, just think about it. As you was watching all them long series, you could have been watching maybe like 10 more shows. So yeah, it's definitely possible to watch 100. It's definitely possible. So I'm telling you, the biggest thing about being a fan of something is putting somebody on to something and they become fans of it though, right? Especially if it's a great written series. Right? That's the whole part of the journey. So if you watch 5 to 30 anime, you're not an anime fan. You're an anime watcher. And that's okay though, because you're willing to learn. That's the whole point. It's the process of learning, right? Watch more different stuff. Understand how it works, how the anime works, how this works or whatever, and then you can truly call yourself an anime fan. Because now you have all this knowledge and what to put people onto, and all that extra stuff. It's possible. It's not impossible. It's definitely possible. Trust me on that one. Trust me. It's possible. So that's my advice to you. To people that's watched only about 50 to 30 anime. Try to reach to 100. It ain't that bad. It ain't that hard. If you're dedicated towards it, as a fan would, then you'll get it. You'll reach it. And trust me on that. Trust me. Fans put in that work. They put in that homework. So when someone asks you, okay, what's some anime that I can watch? Man, shoot. You'll get to talking like for a good maybe like 20 minutes, 30 minutes at best, based on, some series that you like. Based on some series that you've watched. Or the homework that you put in. And trust me, once you put in that homework, man, you can't be ready to talk. Just like how I'm doing right now. You can't be ready to talk. You'll be ready to talk. You'll be ready to talk. You can't wait to talk, to these, people that want to be put onto anime. So trust me on that one, man. So right now, if you're watching 5 to 30, you're just an anime watcher. But keep on watching. Get to that 100. Then you have the title being an anime fan. Trust me on that one. And that's just facts. Oh yeah, also just one more thing. So how do you know if an anime is good? I'm gonna tell you 3 things. If an anime is gritty, has a vibe to it, and if it's grounded, right? So as I explain these 3 things, right? What does gritty mean? Gritty means like, dark, gritty, violent, whatever. Something that's a little bit more, mature. Because think about it. We tune into anime because anime can do things that cartoons can't do. That no other country can really do that's animated, right? Anime does a lot of stuff. Anime has no filter. So as gritty, I mean mature. Not edgy. Not like Hellsing, blood, gore, death, and just all that extra stuff, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's cool to have it though, but like, for example, in Hellsing, Alucard, he gets these big speeches like, oh, I wish death and this, that, death, blood, gore, love babies getting killed and stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's just too edgy. So as gritty, I mean by mature stuff, you know what I'm saying? Something that you won't, something that's not too kiddie, you know what I'm saying? Something that can cross into that mature line, right? And as by vibey means how the anime presents itself, right? Samurai Champloo is a prime example, right? Or anything with Shinichiro Watanabe, he has that vibey stuff to him, right? It's this music and the presentation of how he presents the stuff he works on, right? He's one of the best when it comes to that vibey stuff, right? How does the anime present itself, right? How's it different? How's the aesthetics of it though, right? Because those aesthetics is gonna last forever. That's gonna hook someone in, is the aesthetics. Now the gritty stuff could do it, but the aesthetics is what really makes a difference. So look at that though, right? The vibiness and the aesthetics though, right? And as vibey too, vibey is also something that that you can kick back and relax to, relax and watch. You know what I'm saying? So you can watch it and relax. Just vibe and chill. You know what I'm saying? So, like for example, I know if you watch Attack on Titan, you can't really chill to it because you have to pay a lot of attention to it. So that's a show you can't vibe to. Well, kind of, you know what I'm saying? If you're like a big fan of it, sure. But for Samurai Champloo, you can kick back and relax to because it's an episodic kind of show, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're on a journey, but they're going through different stuff, within the journey, which is pretty cool though. So I'll say that for sure. So vibey is the way how it presents itself, and at the same time, what makes it so different. And also something, that you can, sit back and relax to. For number 3 is grounded. Grounded is like, how do the characters feel, right? Like, grounded is as realistic as possible, right? So what the characters are going through is how they would go through in real life, you know what I'm saying? Like how would they do it? Like, how would you handle that situation, right? So that's what grounded means to me. Like, what will be the emotions that you would go through if you was in it though, right? And they explain that perfectly within that anime. I like grounded stuff like that though, right? I like gritty, vibey, and grounded. Grounded is like, like this can really happen in real life, but it's just fiction, right? The characters go through emotions that's realistic, and we don't really judge them for that, right? Maybe they do something that's kind of messed up, but if you look at their character and look at all the motivations and the points where which they came down to it, you can understand it though. You don't have to agree with it, but you can understand it. So that to me is one of the best stories in anime. Is the gritty, the vibey, and the grounded stories. So once you're going through that 100 anime watch, look for those three factors within the story. And trust me, you get a great story. Now there's some stories, out there that can be like gritty, just and be gritty and good, you know what I'm saying? Which is fine though. But if you really want the best story in an anime, it's gotta be those three things. Or it will be those three things. And that's facts. That's complete facts, 100% facts right there. But other than that, shoot. That's pretty much it though, you know what I'm saying? So, watching 100 anime really ain't that hard. Like I said, just keep watching movies, the 12 episode animes and the 20 episode animes, and you should be finished though, you know what I'm saying? If you a dedicated fan, a fan gotta do the homework, a fan gotta be dedicated, and a fan will see that 100 anime challenge as easy work. Because at the same time, just because you ain't watching 100 anime, you're willing to learn more about the genre of anime, right? Willing to expand your views and taste of anime, right? So if you can accept that challenge, then you are a true anime fan to me. And that's facts.